So we skip a couple days later, and Deku is working out. He sees the mail, and he goes to the mailman and says, "Hey, I'll be taking that." The mailman just gives him the mail, already knowing that Deku lives there already. So um, he opens the mail and he sees that it's from UA. So he goes inside and tells his mom that they got the letter from UA. And his mom says, "Open it up. Let's see if you passed or not." And they open it up. Everything goes prior to canon. Deku passes. All Man tells him the amount of points he got. He got 200 destruction points and 50 rescue points. And yeah, different scoring from canon, but it goes relatively similar. So hold on. Yeah, so let's go again. So this is like maybe a couple days before school starts, and Deku is realizing that he has to find better ways to control his Ryatsu and not just whirl it around like a crazy person. So he just basically does meditation and stuff, speaks to White in his body or something, like in his mindscape. He does that, and he just speaks to White, kind of like telepathy or something. Since technically he's part, Hallow, he has White's powers a little bit. So he speaks to White in a way, and he gets more control of his power since White is technically part of him. And this is like a couple days later, school starts. Deku just runs there, remembering you have to remember the fact that Deku's speed is at the level of Flash Step. His physical speed is at the level of Flash Step. And his speed is far beyond that of his technique for increased speed is far beyond that of Flash Step. And Deku goes into the school and he goes to find class 1A. And once he tries to find class 1A, he looks at the door and says, "The door is really that big here? How big are the students? Jeez." And opens the door. So we find that Ida and Bakugo are still rambling on in canon. And Bakugo looks at Deku and just ponders. That worthless piece of crap. Where did he get that power? Has he been hiding it from you the entire time? And Ida comes up to Deku and says, "So you're him, right?" And Deku just says, "What are you talking about?" Ida says, "You're the one that got 200 destruction points and 50 rescue points." And then Deku says, "Oh, yeah." Ida asks him, "Did you know there were rescue points?" Deku saying, "No, it's just that I only found out until I got my acceptance letter." Ida saying, "Fair enough." Aizawa saying, "It took you guys 5 seconds to shut up. In the real world, you guys would have been killed. So, hurry up, put your gym clothes on, and let's go." Someone saying that pink-haired girl, forgot her name, sorry, with the acid quirk. She says, but we'll miss the entrance ceremony. As I was saying, there is no entrance ceremony. Well, technically there was, but whatever. And does it matter? There are no entrance ceremonies to a villain trying to destroy part of the world. And he says, hurry up, you only have 5 minutes. I'll be keeping him in and I will not be expelling him due to, well, you gotta have that comedy relief. You guys are forgetting. Some people forget the fact that these guys are still teenagers, so we kind of see them just fighting, and then when they go for comic relief, you're just like sitting there like, on these guys technically in high school, what are they doing comic relief for it? You gotta remember, they're still only 14. So anyway, with that being said, Azawa calls up Deku and says, since you got first place, I want you to throw the ball first. Deku says, fine. Azawa asked, what was your father's throw? He goes, what was your father's throw without using your quirk? Deku says, well, to be honest, my quirk never turns off. I basically have enhanced physical strength and enhanced senses as well. And as I was thinking, so it can't be turned off. I wonder. But he doesn't use his quirk to turn Deku's quirk off to see if it is. And then Aizawa says, go ahead, throw it. You're probably wondering what's his score from his original. And let's just say maybe like 800 meters. So Deku tells Aizawa, I've done 800 meters. But if I really tried, I would have gotten higher. Aizawa just says, throw it your hardest. Then Deku puts his mask on. You know what I mean? His hollow mask on, and power erupts from him. Everybody's wondering how much strength does he have. He just put a mask on, and his power erupted. And then Deku says, "Vasto Lore," because you kind of have to like come. I'm gonna make it to where he has to have enough control to a point where he doesn't need to just say Vasta Lore, because he has to ask in a way. I'm gonna do it like that so he doesn't just automatically have full control. Like he'll have control for like the first of how long he has, and I'll say like he can hold it for as long as he can, but he has to have a bit more mental fortitude. I mean, he may have the confidence, but he doesn't have enough confidence. So I'll be giving him the confidence maybe after the USJ arc. And um Deku says Vastolore again, turns into his Vastolore form, and we already know what it looks like. It looks similar to this, only with black hair and green tints at the end, and, well, with no sword, obviously, because he technically is half hollow. He's half human, so he doesn't really need a sword for it. So I'm not giving him any soul reaper powers or anything. I'm just gonna make him half hollow, half human, and turns into his Vacilote form, and the strength multiplier increases dramatically. The wind pressures, there's storms everywhere. And he puts a massive grip on the ball, reels back his arm, and throws as hard as he can, combining it with his electricity abilities. Doing so much so that it leaves a literal shockwave when he throws it. So much so that it makes Creator due to the sheer pressure and force of how much strength he put behind the ball. And he gets and it's thrown so far up that it's almost considered infinity. As I was like, that much physical strength, he could kill someone just with one tap if he had enough strength to do it. He has a lot of control over that power, but I wonder if he has a berserk form as well. And Deku saying, this is my berserk form. I just have a lot of control over it with an echoey voice. And as I was thinking, he heard that? Remember what I said? My senses are enhanced. Deku replying to Azao saying, I heard that. And everybody's looking at Deku like, at this point, should we even mess with the kid or even make fun of him? He has enough strength to decimate us. And everything goes probably similar, but with Deku literally acing everything, just crushing the grip thing. I forgot what it was called. Sorry, excuse me. The side jump. I forgot what it was called. Where you have to move side to side really fast, and then you have the speed race between him and Ida. Deku just using his normal physical speed. Deku saying, "This is my normal physical speed." Boom. Kind of like the sound Flash Step makes. So I don't know the sound, but like and he gets there, and Aizawa clicks the minute Deku gets there, and he's wondering how is he that fast. And then somebody clicks for Ida and says 2 seconds, and Aizawa, I don't know the amount of time Ida got. I'm just guessing at this point because I need to rewatch the anime. And sorry for postponing. I had to do a lot of editing for this to combine everything, but I realized that I couldn't combine, so I deleted some videos and I had to do this. And sorry for postponing. I put this out a bit late. So yeah, anyway, um after everything, Deku is everything, I'm still keeping Mineta because technically he has the ability to increase the size of his gum things on his head, and he put them on his side and was able to bounce super fast. Somehow, I'm surprised they didn't give him an infinity out of that due to the fierce speed, um, sheer speed he was moving at. Like, I'm pretty sure in the anime, you guys saw him going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, really, really fast. And so they should have at least given him enough points to at least stay. And I think Aizawa was just trying to be a prick in a way. So I'm just gonna keep my data just for comical relief. Anyway, once after this is the this is sports class, I believe, and or the drills. I forgot what it was called in the anime, but sorry for forgetting a lot. It's just I need to really, really get deep down and rewatch every episode. So on my everything about the teams is the same. Team A, Team B. Team A obviously is Ochaku and Deku. Team B obviously is Ida and Bakugo. So both Ochaku and Deku go in. Deku telling Ochaku the plan. So this is the format. Deku saying, Ochaku, I'll give you enough time to run to the room so that Bakugo doesn't stop you. and he'll be coming for me regardless because he didn't even know that I had this much power. And Ochaku's like, okay. And they keep going. They find Bakugo. Bakugo throws an explosion that should catch both Uchaku and Deku off guard, but Deku sensing um Bakugo's Ryatsu or spiritual energy just moves at a at a speed where Bakugo couldn't perceive and is right behind Bakugo holding Ochaku up, and he pushes Ochaku on the floor or down, and he tells her to go for the room, and he basically and goes for the room, and she does the same thing prior to Canon, and the fight between Bakugo and Deku commences. Bakugo, seeing that he might not get much of a shot of Deku, throws the gauntlet explosion he threw in the original canon. He throws it. Deku seeing this is his chance to basically show off some level of strength, although he already showed it off during the tests with Aizawa. Anyway, excuse me. Deku just goes into his Vastelleti form and just wipes the floor with that explosion, using enough strength to give some wind pressure, pushing the explosion back, or basically decimating the explosion. Everybody's looking at the cameras and are just saying he has enough physical strength to do that much of a wind pressure wave, and Deku just uses Sonito, something faster than Sonito, and just dashes behind Bakugo. Bakugo realizing I have no chance unless I explode his face, unless I put an explosion in his face. So then he moves. So Bakugo just tries to move away from Deku. Deku just again maneuvers and is right behind Bakugo. Deku just puts his hand on his shoulder and says, with an echoey voice, "You have no chance, Bakugo, or should I say Kanchan? Give up now." Bakugo saying never and putting an explosion in Deku's face, and then trying to get out the way so Deku doesn't basically destroy him. And Bakugo says, "I'll never give up," and he throws in the same explosion from Cannon, and Deku just says, "Do I really have to use this?" Well, at least it's not a full power Seto, or he would have died. And he throws the Seto. And the Seto is similar to that of when he was a kid, when he threw this Seto by accident. But instead it's intended, and he's able to control the output and input of Ryatsu he's throwing at Bakugo. Bakugo just throws the massive explosion. Deku throws a Seto to match the explosion level and completely wipes the floor with that explosion. Bakugo being able to at least dodge, but not escaping unscathed, with just minor burns and enough to at least put him in the hospital for like maybe 1 to 2 days, at least. If recovery go helped, maybe a good 3 hours or so. I don't know how strong Recovery Girl's powers are. I just know that she was able to heal Deku's broken bones, like really battered up bones. In just a couple of days, Deku was already healed. So, with that being said, Deku sees that Bakugo is knocked out, and he goes for the room the missile is in with Ida. And Ida is doing his weird, iconical pretend villain thing, which I found kind of funny and stupid at the same time, because I see that he was taking it too seriously for some odd reason. And Deku just looks at him and kind of cold sweat drops. You know how in anime they put a sweat drop on the back of the anime character's head? Something similar to that. And Deku just looks at him like, are you serious right now? And just says to Ochaku, um, how about how about I keep him busy during the fight and you grab the missile? Ochaku saying, okay, and but not before Deku destroys two, three pillars, and Ochaku uses her gravity abilities to throw at Ida. Ida obviously will be able to dodge this slightly, and once Ida does, he doesn't realize that it was Ochaku, but he does remember that Ochaku does have gravity powers and realizes to go back for the missile. But he's already in combat with Deku, since he already threw a reciprocal burst at Deku's head. Sorry for not making that clear before. And he couldn't really use much of his speed due to using the reciprocal burst. And Deku just dashes right in front of him instantly. Everybody's wondering how fast Deku truly is. And they all, and Ida's just saying, well, I guess you have no chance. Sorry. Ida's saying, I guess I have no chance, and basically surrenders, and they win. By the way, if you guys see any of those notifications and saw my name, please dismiss it if you saw my name. If you did, don't call me by my real name on the comments. And if you didn't, whatever, I don't really care. Um, they win everything. Every other mission or drill goes similar prior that to canon, and yeah, I'll be stopping it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this part. Well, technically the second. Well, this is like my sixth trying to do the second part or second part to the first part, and yeah, that will be it. I will be leaving a. I will be leaving what's it called again? A playlist to my other what ifs on this video, and hope you guys liked. Please share this, and if you can, just subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Leave a like. Again, you don't have to if you want. If you don't want to. And see you guys in the next one. This is Kaguto, the God of All. Peace.